Well, hello again, all the boys and girls out there in YouTube land watching. John and Ellie of Georgia Beer Reviews back at you today with another edition of Stout Sunday. All right. So, good morning, everybody. We have quite the panel. We have Mr. Jean-Pierre the Beverage Ramble, now in the state of Georgia. Good morning, Jean.
Good morning. Good morning.
We've got the Southern Stout Emperor himself, Mr. Ronald J. Terrio, Louisiana Beer Reviews. Good morning, Ron. All right.
Good morning, everybody.
Morning. Okay, I thought you were frozen there for a second. Okay, and Mr. Michael Komaroff.
Good morning, everybody.
All right, let's go ahead and get right into it. We've got Flacco in the chat. Good morning to you, Flacco. All right, let's start with you, John. What are you drinking this morning?
And good morning, all of you. I am drinking from Pontoon Brewing Company. I brought this the last time, so I didn't really have anything, but I had in my closet the Pontoon Decadent Mousse with chocolate and oranges, 8% ABV, 50 IBUs, a sweet stout with chocolate and cocoa nibs. So I brought this the last time, whatever it was. I think Jay and I did. I guess you were doing other things, John, but Jay and I did a Stout Sunday, and I brought this with me, so it's back again. So another revisit or rehash, as I like to say.
Well, I don't remember what you gave that beer, so it'll be like, the first time for me.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds good. All right.
All right. Good deal. Hopefully I'll be able to find that one. I'm sure I will. I had the one last year, the raspberry mousse one, which is really good. So if that one's half as good as the one last year, I'm sure it's going to be really good. All right. So Mr. J. Terrio, what are you drinking this morning?
No, sorry, I did freeze up for a minute because I was trying to look up the Baltica website and it was like slow loading, so it was like slowing this down. But I was trying to find the IBU, but they don't have it listed. I think the IBUs are low on this product, but I have Baltica number 6 in a 15.89 ounce bottle. I don't know why they don't go to 16. We get this a lot of Balticas. We've been getting them for about almost 20 years. The problem we had over the years was finding fresh bottles. A lot of times they'd just be out of date, and they're not good out of date. But in date, we've been pleased with them. So that's what I've got.
Unfortunately, yeah, the Baltica stuff here is way out of date for the most part. I've made the mistake many times buying the Baltica stuff and then getting home, drinking it, like, what is wrong with this? And then you realize it's like 3 years old. So
I had the Baltica 9 lager, grade 9, and when I found the date, I was like, damn.
I have had some fresh Baltica.
It was like a year old.
Yeah, that's a good malt liquor if you can get it fresh.
Yes.
Yeah, well, we got some new fresh batches in New Orleans, the New Orleans area. So
awesome. Okay, well, looking forward to that. I don't think I've had the porter. I've had the I know I've had the 9, and I've had one other one. It's like maybe a Hefeweizen or a German.
Yeah.
Is it the number 8 maybe? The blue
I think
label?
it's Baltica. I think Baltica number 6 is the wheat.
Okay.
I can't remember.
All right. All right, Mr. Michael Komaroff, what are you drinking this morning?
It's a revisit as well, but it's one of the less accessible Guinness products because this is their extra foreign stout. This is their highest alcohol of the stout series. Anyway, I know they made some higher alcohol ones that were barrel aged.
Of the standard, the year
This is
round
of the standard Guinness series, and it is a standout product because I have had it before, but I'm going to give it as fresh a review as I can today. And as everybody knows about the company Guinness, established in 1759 by Arthur Guinness with its 1,000-year lease, and it's probably the best known stout in the world in terms of general reputation anyway. And I've heard stories of people who've gone to the brewery in Dublin, and it's supposedly an incredible tour that you do get, which I've never been in the English Isle, so maybe at some point I will go, and that's it. But that's what the bottle looks like, and I have poured it so I can show you the glass. This is in my grateful red lager glass from Heartland. Anyway, it's very dark brown, bordering on black, with a very slim, I guess, mocha head.
Yeah.
You can't see through it.
All right.
But I'll give you a further review when we come around for the second time.
Good deal. Okay. And I have got the new 2021 KBS cinnamon, vanilla, cocoa, imperial bourbon barrel aged stout.
Fancy pants.
Coffee, cinnamon, vanilla extract, cacao nibs, aged in oak bourbon barrels. This was bottled on September 2nd, 2021. Not that that really matters. You could age this thing for a few years and it would probably get even better. All right, so excited about this. Let's go back around and let me bring you up, John. You can talk all about your Decadent Moose.
Yes.
There we go.
So, yep. All right. So the Decadent Moose by Pontoon Brewing Company, as I mentioned, 8%. Sweet stout with chocolate and with orange and cocoa nibs. So here's what the stout looks like. I didn't have it in the refrigerator at all. Actually, it was in my closet. So, I figured it's warm. It's 8%, whatever. So here what the beer looks like, as you can see, very little head, very much of nothing right now. So immediately chocolate flavored right there, the chocolate, definitely getting the orange. Very slight, very little, if any, malt in this, but I'm sure it's there. Again, like I said, I didn't put it in the refrigerator, so chocolate, orange. I haven't had the raspberry one yet. I'm sure it'd probably be about the same, where you taste the raspberry, and then I'm tasting the orange in this immediately. So this is, when I had it the first time, I had it in the refrigerator, took it out, and I said, let me warm up. But it was nice and frothy and malty at the time when I had it. So overall, it looks it looks very flat if you look at it right there, right now. Just kind of like a chocolate beverage, But maybe I should have kept it in the refrigerator. I don't know. But overall, like I said, the chocolate and the oranges kind of balance out between the two. I would love to go to their brewery, since Sandy Springs is less than 20 minutes away from me here. So I haven't seen what the brewery looks like. So, but a not too bad stout. So I'm gonna give you my score coming up. This looks like part of the. If you look at the back of the can, it says the Sirius series. So I don't know if this is all of different stouts they have, or this is part of their main line of beers, year-round beers or not. So, but love the can design. The guy sitting on the couch and with the antlers, his legs crossed, and he's enjoying a stout. So it's kind of cool picture on the can. Yeah. So I'll give you my score coming up on this.
All right, sounds good, Sean. Yeah, you definitely need to check out that brewery. If I was a little bit closer, I would have already gone, but I got to drive. It's North Georgia, so it's not fun driving through Atlanta. You know.
No, it's not. No.
All right. Well, we'll get your
All right.
final thoughts rating here in a little bit. We got to go to Michael Kormaroff with his Guinness Foreign Extra Stout.
Okay. There it is in the glass. Like I said, dark brown bordering on black with a slim, little bit of a foamy head and nice head retention. Let me get a nose on it. No, you get the dark roasted malts and maybe some background coffee. That may be the roastiness that you're getting on it. I was going to say, I could read the side of the bottle. Foreign Extra Stout is brewed with generous hops and roasted barley for a full flavor taste of dark chocolate, dried fruits, and caramel. Originally developed for global export from Ireland, the addition of extra hops ensured the stout would always arrive in perfect condition. I guess I'm getting in the nose a little bit of the dark fruit, but it's background. It's not right in your face. And what was the other thing they mentioned? Roasted barley malt, which I said. Chocolate. I guess there's some background chocolate too. To me, I'm getting more like a roasted coffee kind of feel up front. But the other things are probably there too. Let me get a taste on it. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers, Michael.
Cheers.
This is really nice. It's full flavor. You really can't taste the 7.5% either, which is a nice thing. You can tell it's stronger though than the extra stout, which is 5.6, but it's not, much. Doesn't taste much more intense than that. It's more robust than that. It's definitely well put together, very well balanced. Goes down pretty easy. This is one that could catch up with you if you're not careful with it.
Right.
It's very smooth. You can tell Guinness knows what they're doing. And it's to the point where you get like a little mild char, but it's not to the point where it's actually burned. They know when to stop. And I've had other stouts which unfortunately didn't know when to stop. And, you get that really, if you get char to the point that it's burnt, it kind of ruins the effect. And this one does not. This one gets right to the right place and very enjoyable. Now, I would not recommend this for a first-time drinker of beer. This would be something you'd have to build up to. And I would try their draft version first and then the extra stout before you graduate up to this one. But it's certainly not something that somebody can handle because it's not like it's intense stout. It's a stout, but it's very well made, and I'm enjoying it. I'll come back with a number and come back around.
I've always found that the extra stout or the foreign extra stout has kind of like you mentioned it on the aroma, like a berry or dark fruit note. Do you get that on the palate as well, or does it not train?
A little bit, but it's not a lead taste. It's more of a background thing. But there's a little bit of a berry taste there too.
Okay.
It shows you that it's intense, that it has so many different tastes in it all together, and it's all melded well together.
All right. Well, we'll come back around and get your rating here in a little bit. We've got to go to Ron with his Baltica 6 Porter.
The website says that they use pale malt, what they say, black malt or dark malt and caramel. So they got pale, caramel, and dark black. 3. They didn't talk about the hops. They don't use any rice or corn, so it's no adjuncts. It's been on the market since 1994. You can see it's got a beige head. It's very dark brown. In direct sunlight, you can see some ruby red. Actually, I can see some ruby coming through now from outside, but you wouldn't be able to see that on the camera, I guess. Yeah, I paid $2.99 for the bottle, by the way, $2.99, just to let you know.
Okay. Not a bad deal.
No. The aroma, well, you can pick up like some yeast, like bread yeast, but there's not a whole lot of aroma, honestly. It's not real popping with smell. My friend David keeps saying, but you had an illness at the end of last year and beginning of this year, and it messed up your smell. I said, yeah, but that was in January. It did mess up my smell for a while because everything smelled like rotted meat. It was a strange thing, but it's getting better. So I stopped hearing voices after a while, and haven't passed out in a week. So I'm feeling all right.
Hey, I hear voices too.
Yeah, but see, I'm joking about that. You're not. All right. Getting back to beer. No, actually, I had troubles. I couldn't smell or taste anything for 10 days, which was very inconvenient. When you're doing beer reviews, you can't smell or taste anything. It really kind of messes up the review. This tastes like Flacco's laughing his anatomy off. This tastes like dark raisins, prunes, a little black licorice, some fig, some dates, a little bready, not too bready, but a little bread crust. Now the Guinness Foreign Extra is 7.5, and I noticed that beer will oftentimes have a black cherry taste, like black cherries. This one has the raisins, which is made from grapes, right? So, and this is a lager. Guinness is an ale. This is a lager. The body is very thin on this porter. This is a strong porter. It's almost like a stout porter, if you know what I mean. But but the body's thin, watery, like they're supposed to be. The finish is medium dry. It's a good beer, but I mean, it's 7%. If you go above, this is not 500 milliliters, but if you drink 500 milliliters, you'll be all right. If you tried to double up, drink 2 bottles, I don't think that'd be a good idea. It's like Michael Komarov talking about the Guinness Foreign Extra. He said, watch it, because I don't think Michael would want to drink a 40-ounce bottle of Guinness Foreign Extra stout, but he might.
It would not be a good idea.
Wouldn't that be something? You go to the gas station, you got your King Cobra, your Colt 45, and then a 40-ounce Guinness Foreign Extra. Yeah.
That's a good day to me. That's a great selection.
Hey, Jean, after that, we'd all be hearing voices, huh?
Yeah.
But it would be the cops. That would be the voices.
Yep. Pull over. What you got there?
All right. Well, we'll get back to you in a little bit. Okay. The Founders KBS Cinnamon Vanilla Cacao, 12% alcohol by volume, released for the first time this year.
I see you drinking it, John, in your CBS glass too. So it's all Founders.
I'm Founders all decked out in Founders gear today. I got the shirt, the glass. Yeah.
So that means you're racist.
Well,
I'm just saying, I'm just making observation.
oh man.
Inside joke.
Yeah. Not racist, by the way. So yeah, the appearance is black, jet black. Hold it up to the light. Can't see through it at all. So it is opaque. It did pour with a nice head. Founders always has great head retention on their higher alcohol beers, which has always impressed me. And the thing too, you can just kind of swirl it around and just, look at the head regeneration there, just from a little swirl. The aroma with this, wow, you're getting, honestly, the bourbon to me is the first thing that's coming through. Then a little bit of cinnamon, some dark chocolate, The vanilla could be coming through as well. They do put vanilla extract in here, but I think it's just from the barrel. This is probably, other than the 2015 KBS that was gifted to me by Shane Fudge that was aged for, 6 years. This is definitely the most barrel forward presentation with the aroma. Getting oak as well. So you're getting the wood from the barrels. Man, it just smells absolutely delightful. It doesn't smell like a 12% necessarily, but you're getting so much of the barrel presence on the aroma that you know that it's a higher ABV beer. All right, I am salivating. It definitely smells amazing. So let's get into it. Cheers, guys.
Cheers, John.
Cheers, John.
Is that probably an expensive beer? Am I?
$20.99 for the 4-pack, which is, I think, standard for most of the KBS stuff.
Okay, I can live with that.
And you need to check it out for sure. Okay, so the first thing I'm getting is that barrel note right up front. You're getting the oak, a little bit of vanilla, probably from the barrel aging and from the extract that they add in there. Then you get a little bit of cinnamon. The coffee with this is there in the middle, but it's actually probably the least coffee flavored KBS. The original, the espresso, all the other varieties that I've had have been a lot more coffee forward. This one, the coffee's kind of subdued. You kind of get to it more on the finish. Once you get through the barrel notes, the cinnamon, the vanilla, the chocolate, it's more on the back end. And it does provide a little bit of bitterness to kind of balance it out because it is a little bit more on the sweet side with the cinnamon and the vanilla. Man, this is good stuff. This is a good way to start your Sunday morning, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Better than Bud Light.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely better than Bud Light.
Yeah,
Well,
John,
you can't really, that's not even fair to compare the two. They're not.
how does the sweetness of this? How does the sweetness, John, of this one compare with the other KBS variants?
So, of course, the Mackinac Fudge is probably the sweetest one. This is probably second. Then you have the espresso and the original. So it's kind of, it is a little bit more sweet than, the original for sure. But it's not cloying. It's well balanced. And I think my favorite thing about this is that the coffee is balanced with the other flavors in the beer because the KBS is known for being big, bold, and a lot of coffee. And not so much with this. It's a little bit more balanced and definitely more barrel presence with this one than any of the other variants of the KBS. It is a little warming going down, so you're drinking a high alcohol beer, but it's not really boozy like maybe like the Bourbon County is. The Bourbon County is even more bourbon forward, and you get some of those other notes, and it's obviously a little bit higher alcohol as well. This one's kind of in between, but it is really enjoyable. Obviously this would not be, if you're new to stouts, you wouldn't want to drink this as your first one because like Michael was saying with the Guinness 4 and Extra, this is just, it'd probably be too much for you to handle. But it's outstanding. This is probably my favorite KBS variant. And everything's coming through. Everything that they talk about, everything that they put in here, the cinnamon, the vanilla, of course, the barrel, the coffee, the cacao nibs, it's all coming through. It's nicely balanced. It's a great beer. I'll just shut up and keep thinking about it. And but I'm almost at a loss for words. It's really good.
And I can
All
get
right, let's go to
KBS. I could get KBS at a couple of spots here, and I know a few package stores I've gone to. A lot of the stouts are starting to come in right now as we're, as we get a little more cooler. Well, not here in Georgia. It's getting there, but as the weather gets a little cooler, I'm seeing a lot more stouts being stocked up right now at a couple of package stores that I go to here in Dunwoody area.
Right.
Yeah.
That's right, Flacco. He says 12%, great way to start the day. You betcha. We got Commerce Ozzy in the chat. Happy Stout Sunday to you, buddy. Thanks for tuning in. Okay, so we have got to go back around. Let's play musical panel members and get everybody back. I think that's right. Yep. Okay. So, Jean, how is that pontoon Decadent Moose treating you? You're muted, John. You gotta unmute yourself.
Sorry about that. Here I am. See Jay in the back, like, what's going on? Yeah, so not bad. It's just down to the last drop of this, and this is really good, folks. And well done by the folks here. I'm really that KBS, Johnny, you talked about really is enticing me to go get. I know another spot not far from me, again around the. I think it might have been Roswell. There's a Trader Joe's out there, I believe it is. But anyway, there's a spot. There's in the package store that I went to, and I picked up the Samuel Smith, and they had the KBS there. Hopefully, they might have that KBS. So I'm gonna try that out. But anyway, this beer is really good. I'm gonna go with B+ on this one. So this is a 8.8, 88 score, 88 out of 100. So B+.
Okay.
88 out of 100.
Not bad. I think the raspberry one, you probably like that one a little bit better. I remember giving that like a 95 or 96. It was really, I think the raspberry chocolate thing, just in general, not just with beer, just in general, raspberries and chocolate, I think pair better than oranges and chocolate. But that's just me. Yeah. I guess it's just personal preference. But anyway, all right, 88 out of 100. Good way to start the day off. Michael, what are you thinking about the foreign extra stout?
After Jay made his comment about the cherry, I think I am getting the cherry too. So the cherry is here also. But again, it seems like most of these tastes are still, they're not in your face. They're together, but they're more background kind of taste. But I think the thing I like the best about it, all the tastes together work together, and it's all very well balanced. And this to me is an A. I find the other Guinness extra stout to be an A as well. This is a little bit better for me, so I'm going to give this a 94. Mm-hmm. So a solid A. And that price that Commerce Ozzy got his 4-pack for is great for $6.99. This was like $2 in the co-op for one.
It's only $6.99. That is a really good deal. Usually it's $9.99 here for the 4-packs. Or is it 6-pack? Is it the 4-packs or 6-packs?
4-pack. I think it's 4-pack.
I was thinking.
I get it a single, so I don't even see any packs in the co-op. It's a single. But again, it's one of these English and European 11.2 ounce variety. So they take away that 0.8, which we are so used to having.
Right. Well, Commerce is obviously getting ridiculous deals. A 15-pack of Founders Oktoberfest for $14.39, less than $1.
Check the date.
It has to be this, John. It has to be this year's. Founders does rotate well in comparison to these other companies. It's not going to be last year's. I hope not.
He's like Ron. He smells out those crazy good deals, and he probably like barters with the people at the store. Knock the price down.
Or that price will say, what's going on?
Nope.
Maybe he just says, "Hey, I know Alex the Beer Master. Hook me up."
Has Alex gotten this new Founders variety yet, John?
Not yet. He was. I showed him one of the bottles, sent him a message and told him that I picked up a 4-pack, and he said he was going to look for it this weekend. So maybe he was able to find some.
Because you know how he feels about Founders. It's like his favorite brew.
Right. This place is Mayhair.
So we're going to go around. Show and Tell is going to come on the next session after everybody.
Yeah, we've still got to go to Ron with his rating for the Baltica 6. And then, of course, my KBS. And then we'll do a little show and tell, shout outs, all that fun stuff to close out the show. So, Ron, what are you thinking about the Baltica?
I'm amazed by looking at this website for the Baltica importer. I'm looking at dozens and dozens of beers that need to be sold in America. It's like disgusting, really, because it's like we get a little touch of it, but all the other ones we don't get. It's like we would buy it. We would actually literally buy it if we could get it. All right. So I don't understand this whole importing thing. Like your strategy is make sure people cannot get the products. That way they won't buy it. It's like maybe you should let them get the product so they could buy it, but I might be mixed up. Anyway, enough of the anger. But I mean, it's righteous anger because I would buy all that stuff, from Bulgaria and Serbia and Armenia and Russia. Maybe it's not the greatest stuff, but how would I know, right? Baltica Porter's not the greatest thing in the world, but because if it was, it'd be over 100. But it's really great. It has a good-looking bottle. It ought to be 16 ounces instead of 15.89. I feel like they're cutting corners there, but anyway. I mean, why not just?
That's a weird, 0.11 ounce. Why not just, go to the 16?
Yeah, that's kind of strange, but regardless, the flavor is really good, and I would give it a 94 out of 100.
Good score.
Doesn't have any off flavors like it sometimes does, but I guess the off flavors probably was due to the off date.
Oh, what was the date on that?
In the past, where we get these out of date. This one's a good date. This is a good date. I should be wearing a cap that says NY on it, but
Jay, it's Dallas today, and I'm optimistic, but
I'm very optimistic. I think we could pick off the cow kids.
The Giants always play the Cowboys well, and the Cowboys are always overhyped. They do well at the beginning, win a few games, and then they suck it up the second half of the season. Yeah. So I wouldn't worry.
See what happens.
Yeah, and the Jets getting their butts drummed right now against Atlanta.
All right, so that just leaves me, doesn't it, with the KBS?
Oh, in London. Right.
Yeah, it's the game.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, the London game.
Yeah,
forgot about that.
So I'm watching it right now. I'm back and forth. So
okay, so I did a solo review on my channel already, and I think I gave it a 98. But the more I drink this, the more I love it. It's the best of the KBS variants, in my opinion, if you're into the bourbon flavors and the barrel presence, because this one just has the most bourbon barrel presence of any of the KBS other than the age 2015 one that I had. But yeah, as far as like fresh, this is the most barrely of the bunch. And the balance between the cinnamon, the vanilla, the chocolate, and the coffee is really nice. The coffee is not too strong, and it doesn't overpower and take over the beer. Not that it does with the other KBS variants, because Founders always does a good job with these beers, but it's just a little bit more balanced. And if you're not as big of a coffee lover, then this would be one for you because it's not in your face with the coffee. And it's sweet, but it's not too sweet. I don't think I mentioned the body before. It's like a high medium. I mean, even though it is a high alcohol barrel aged stout, it doesn't it's not super viscous. It's not motor oil thick and doesn't really linger and stick to the inside of your cheeks, anything like that. So it's really enjoyable. It's about as refreshing, I guess, as a barrel aged stout can be. So yeah, I'm gonna go with a 99. I gave it a 98, I think, on my solo. I'm gonna bump it up to a 99. The only stouts that I think are better than this that I've had personally are the Bourbon County. I mean, but it's a close. I mean, they're neck and neck. And if you age this one for a few years, it might be 100, like the 2015 one was. I mean, it's outstanding. I could not recommend it more. I think the price point at $20.99 for a 4-pack, I think that's really a great deal for the value. I mean, for what you're getting.
Yeah.
So.
I just, like you said, John, I know we're going to get together and hang out. I just, that price point, again, consider specialty beers. I'd rather do a single, but just because of that price point, if I can find them.
Right.
Now,
yeah, I didn't see the singles, but usually after the first few weeks or so, they'll split up the 4-packs, but you're paying a little bit more. I think it's like $5.99 for a single. So you save a little money if you go with the 4-pack, but if you don't want to commit to 4, you just want 1. I mean, that makes sense. It's still a good deal for what you're getting.
Yeah.
Okay, so really quick, let's just check on the chat, make sure we're all caught up here. So Commerce, he bought another 4-pack of the Velvet Rush. That's actually the same price I paid for it, so that makes me feel good. And then he says he tastes coconut with the cinnamon. I don't get coconut, but I can see why you would with the cinnamon and the vanilla combo. But yeah, I'm a huge coconut freak. I love coconut stouts, and yeah, I'm not getting that, but I can see how the combination of the cinnamon and the vanilla would create that effect for some people. Okay, so it is that time of the show. We got to go back around. We'll do some shout outs if you got any. And yeah, so we'll start with Jean. You got anything you want to talk about coming up on your channel, or any beer news you want to talk about?
Okay. Nothing really popping. Like I said, hopefully I uploaded a review yesterday on the Down Home Brewing Company, the Georgia Hooch IPA, and I still got the Tadcasters, and it's one beer, the Tadcasters Porter, and the Samuel Smith review. I had another beer to review. I'll show you what that one is. All right, chaos in my refrigerator. Oh no, things fell down. Anyway, this beer right here, also by.
Look what it is. Look what it is. I've had that one.
Yes.
Michael and I did an examination of that. Yeah, that's one of the ones I said, Michael. Yeah,
that's a good one.
You haven't tried it yet?
Haven't tried it yet, but
I'm going to try it. You'll like that.
Yeah, and from what I can tell, from the scores, very good things about this one. So I'm going to review this one coming up. It will be late in the evening, and then I could walk to my bedroom and go take a nap after drinking this.
And just fall over.
So yeah.
That's a strong. What's the ABV? What's the ABV on that one? Isn't it like 10?
That one is 11%.
11.
ABV.
Okay.
Yeah. Belgian quad with maple syrup, vanilla, and lactose. So there you go.
Deal. All right. Can't wait to see what you think about that one.
Definitely. So I will be trying that, and I got Tadcasters and Samuel Smith stout, and I'll do some shopping coming up the rest of the week. And I was at Aldi's yesterday, and I found some beers. I said, you know what? The labeling looks just like the labelings of this beer. It looks like the labeling of that beer. You know, I'm like,
right. They have a lot of knockoffs, a lot of imitation. You know.
So, yeah.
All right. Well, Michael, I know you had a tasting recently that was pretty impressive.
The tasting was really good, and you notice again the Dogfish Head Worldwide Stout did come in first, and we don't know exactly what the ABV is, but it's somewhere between 15 and 20. And if you just put it in the middle, 17.5, 18%, it's very, very potent for sure. And it's flavorful, and it was really good. And the other one that was kind of a surprise, that Black Boss from Poland, the Imperial Stout Porter. I'm sorry, it was a porter, not a stout. Came in second, and Zwick and that, and some of the other ones. If they are available to you, pick them up, because they're really, for the price range, they're really good. I mean, that one was $2.29 for a 16.9 ounce bottle. And how do you go wrong? I mean, you can't go wrong. Okay, so now, yesterday, we can't get Aldi beer here, but I went to Lidl yesterday. And Lidl, which I know John went to in North Carolina, this place had 37 different beers in it. But I have so much beer, I couldn't buy a lot of them because my wife was with me, and it would have been embarrassing. But you have to pick up something.
She would have shut that down real quick, huh?
Would have been. So anyway, this is what I got. This is a Belgian triple called Bronzen Shield, and it's 10.5%. And I think it's competitively priced. It's an 11.2 ounce bottle, like the Foreign Extra Stout, a 4-pack for $9.99. So it's $2.50 for each bottle. Does that sound fair for a Belgian?
That's
triple?
a great deal for that style and the higher alcohol. Absolutely.
So I have not tried one yet, and at some point in the next week or so I will. If you're somebody who likes lagers, that's the main style that those 37 beers are. So I would say a third of all the beers they have there are lagers. So they have a Czech lager that comes in a 16.9.
I had that one. It comes in the green bottle.
In a green bottle. So John, did you like that one?
I loved it. William Kepley actually recommended that one to me, and I bought 2 or 3 bottles at the store. And I'm pretty sure I reviewed it on my channel. I gave it an A. I thought it was excellent, and it was cheap.
They had one in kind of like the Trader Joe's style, but it was from France, and I was afraid of it. 7.2 ounces in a big bottle. But I don't know. France is not a great brewing nation. Can you think of anything fast that France brews that's really good?
They're known for their wine and their brandy.
So look, it was just $6.99. It wasn't like they were asking the moon, and it was in a big bottle, a bomber bottle. I couldn't pull the trigger. I looked at it and then I said, no, I can't do it. But it's mostly 6-packs of other things. They had a sour ale, but it was only 4.7%. And I've had bad luck with session sour sometimes that aren't as good. I want one with some alcohol. Because Audrey looked at it. She likes sours. And I showed her the alcohol. And it just, to me, whatever. And it was cheaper than this. It was a 6-pack. And it was like $8.99, which probably is still an okay price, I guess. $1.50 a bottle. Whatever. Yeah. But I don't know. I've had bad luck with session sours. But they had a good variety. It's a little bit more of a drive because we live in Brooklyn and this was in Queens. Jay, have you ever been in Astoria, Queens in your travels? I don't know if you've ever been there or not. This is the other side of Queens by LaGuardia Airport on the other end of Queens. So when you went to Shea Stadium, you were probably still like about 6 miles from Astoria, further east.
Yeah, I don't know if I've been there. Yeah, I'm not sure if I've been there.
Okay, so from my house, it was like a 45-minute drive. We did it in like 35 minutes. There really wasn't traffic. It was Saturday. And I would definitely go back. And they have other of this kind of store in other parts, but nothing in Brooklyn yet. Maybe at some point we will get the Lidl stores in Brooklyn as well. It's funny. Other stuff is coming up this week for me, which everybody will be interested in. I'm going to be meeting with Giant Space Monkey on Tuesday, and we'll be drinking a few. Supposed to be tomorrow. Tomorrow turned out to be Columbus Day, so his daughter is off from school, so he's babysitting tomorrow. So we moved it to Tuesday, and then I'm meeting my beach club group at Gail's house on Saturday. So that's the people you've heard about, Gail and Frank and these other people. So there should be some interesting things. Gail gets stuff from North Carolina, and Frank always has really amazing stuff. So that should be good also. After that, it's not really until next month because I'm not doing regular. I'm doing reviews with you guys, coming on when I can and whatever. I know, Jay, you're starting your pumpkin three sessions in a row, and I'll try to pick up a pumpkin beer. What's weird to me, and maybe you can explain this, maybe you can't. Why are there so many more Oktoberfests this year than pumpkin beers? I mean, I'm shocked.
I don't know. I think the pumpkin might come into play strong in November, maybe.
Maybe they're going to come on later, but I was at the co-op and they probably had 20 different Oktoberfests, and they had, the pumpkin from is there one from Maine? Maybe it's from, what's the famous Shipyard?
Shipyard, from Maine.
They had
Shipyard pumpkin ale.
I've had Shipyard so many different times. I want to try something different. I don't want to have the same thing all the time. So I'll keep looking.
I was at Lidl. Also, Lidl, they had a lot of their off-brand Oktoberfest and a few pumpkin beers there too.
Well, yesterday there were no pumpkin beers. I might have bought a 6-pack if I had seen it. But they had a couple of Oktoberfests there yesterday too.
A lot of Oktoberfest.
So that part was good. No, I'll tell you, I can't say I recommend them because I haven't tried any of the beers they sell yet. But I'm sure this Belgian triple is going to be good. I just have a good feeling.
I don't think you're going to be disappointed. You like the Trader Joe's stuff, it's right there with the Trader Joe's stuff.
I'm sure. So I'll give everybody a report once I try this. Maybe I'll try this with my people next Thursday. Next Saturday at Gail's house. Maybe I'll bring one of them there and let them try it too. It's hard though because you got 5 people and it's 11.2 ounces, so you're really not giving everybody a really fair taste of it. But even a couple of ounces can tell you what it is, I guess. So,
right.
It's like when you get those little snifter glasses, and when you go for a tasting at a little small glasses. I like the ones when you do a flight because then they at least give you 4 ounces of each. But that's tap. That's beer on tap. It's different than beer from a bottle for sure. But John, again, next week, Stout Sunday, I'll be back and I'll try to find something new. But if not, a revisit is better than not being here. So
yeah, absolutely.
I'll be on the lookout as well.
Have you on the show drinking the same beer every week than not have you at all, as long as you got a stout or a porter. And just a public service announcement. So next week should be fine for Stout Sunday. The following weekend, so not next Sunday, but the last Sunday of the month, I will be out of town. So Jay, if you'd like to.
So is that Halloween? Is that Halloween?
It's Halloween weekend.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Or wait, no, I'm sorry.
Is it the 24th?
It's the weekend before. No, it's the 24th. The 24th.
Okay.
I'll be out of there. So
I'll probably be able to do it.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So Ron, you have been waiting patiently, and Jeremy says that you should smile more. I can only assume that he's talking about you because you've had that very stern look on your face.
He's just deep in thought.
We were anticipating what he has to hear. Let me go ahead and blow you up, Ron. I know you got some interesting stuff to share with us.
I was listening to people talking, and I was looking at all these different beers that I can't get, which was making me have a very stern attitude. When I'm looking at like dozen beers are common to Europe, and I can't get them, and there's no reason I can't get them to try them, it makes me not happy. But I mean, I was just listening. I was happy, more or less. Wait, let me get off this website because it's freezing me up.
I was just about to say. Yeah,
I had to get off that website. Yeah, it was freezing me up. Sorry. It was working all right at first, and then it started going bad. All right. Yeah, 12% is a good way to start your day. I start my day off at 40%, but
Henry McKenna, man, it keeps doing well.
McKenna, yes.
I don't know about that.
Where's the infamous pickle?
I didn't pay much for this, and it's been doing so well. It's been confusing me, but I got it right this morning, and I got it right yesterday because I went up against George Dickel, And Dickel is a weird product because it tastes like Flintstone vitamins. I mean, I don't know if a whiskey is supposed to taste like Flintstone vitamins, but it does. And other people have said that too. I read written reviews after I did mine, and they were like, what's up with this Flintstone vitamin taste, But this is going to be the next taste challenge coming up Tuesday. You never know. 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 All right.
Hey, where's the pickle? Where's the pickle?
Well, that's Fandango Friday. All right. Now, as far as Stout Sunday, I don't know, man. All I got around here, I got a few things. I got this.
Yay, espresso. All right.
I guess that's good enough. Then Wayne Allen sent me this from New Hampshire. It's only 10% alcohol, so it's made with coffee, only 10%. So I don't know how that's going to work out. Then I got this one he sent me. It's only it's an imperial stout with coffee and oatmeal, 8.2%. So thank you, Wayne. I got a few things. And we got pumpkin beers Wednesday night. I could not find a gruet, and I was not buying a 6-pack of Not Your Father's Root Beer, which claims to be a gruet. I was not buying a 6-pack of that. Forget it. But tomorrow night is Malty Monday if you can find a gruet, and Wednesday night is pumpkin beer. You can find a pumpkin beer, so it might be Shipyard. Thank you for letting me join.
Absolutely. Glad to have you as always. Bumpy did say that the founders you may be able to get this, Ron, the founders Highball Drifter, their bottle shop series number 2, the Highball Drifter is actually listed as a gruet on Beer Advocate or one of the websites. And the reason being because it doesn't have, it's basically supposed to be like an old fashioned. It's got the orange and the cherry, and it's not a brown ale. It's just kind of a weird flavored beer, and they consider it a gruet. And that one is pretty readily available here. I probably won't be able to join, but I've had a 4-pack of the Highball Drifter already, so it's pretty readily available currently. Okay. I don't know if Ron's getting more show and tell. I think he just stepped away for a second. So I will show if I'm able to join on Wednesday.
I was putting stuff back in the fridge. Sorry.
Oh, okay. No problem. I just didn't know if you were getting anything else. If I'm able to join Wednesday, I've got a good one. Work's been crazy, and Wednesday has become one of the worst days of the week for me as far as doing the hangouts, and that's when everybody seems to, you got Wildcard Wednesday, you got Jay's show, and Beer Man's got a show. Anyway, it's a busy day, but if I can get off work in time and make it home for the show, I've got the Great Divide Yeti Pumpkin Spice Imperial Stout. Never seen it before this year. It's 9.5%. And it says Imperial Stout with coffee and spices. I've always liked Yeti. They make really great beers. Their Yeti lineup, the stouts have always been pretty good. So I'm looking forward to getting to try this one, hopefully on Wednesday night with you guys.
I hope so. I gotta go because my friend David's calling me. I don't know what he wants.
Oh, okay.
But good seeing y'all, and hopefully people can join for the pumpkin thing. But we got 3 weeks of it, so you got 3 different choices, right?
True.
Pumpkin,
that is
pumpkin.
true.
All right, thank you.
All right, Ron. Have a good
Take care.
day.
Take care, Jay.
Thank you.
And let's see. I guess that's it. I'm trying to think. Oh, the only other thing I have is Beer Buddies, new show on my channel. Episode 1 premiered last week. Bumpy was my first guest. Ron Terrio is going to be a guest. Hopefully soon we can talk about that off air and set a time and a date. Of course, Michael Komaroff, I've talked to you about it as well. Jean, Alex, the Beer Master, has been hitting me up about it, so I got to have him on the show at some point. So we're going to have, it's, just like a half hour, 45-minute show, question and answer, Q&A, just talking about beer and, just different stuff going on in the beer world. Okay. Well, yeah, that's all I've got. Commerce says he's got a couple of the highball drifters left. You got to join Multi Monday with one. You might be one of the only people on the show because I know a lot of people are not going to be able to get a Gruit. That's your best chance would be to get the founders because they're widely distributed. So, okay. Well, want to thank Mr. Ronald Terrio. He had to dip out earlier. I want to thank Jean-Pierre and Michael Komaroff for joining me on this wonderful Stout Sunday. I really appreciate it. Had some great beers this morning. We will go ahead and close this out. Thanks to everybody in the chat as well. We wouldn't be here without you guys. Great chat this morning. So hope everybody has a great Sunday. Enjoy your family, your friends, your football, your beer, your whatever it is that you're doing, your baseball. The playoffs going on. So hope everybody has a good Sunday, and we will see you here all next week. Same time, same place.
All right, y'all. It's been fun.
Take care, everybody.
Until then, cheers, everybody.